Hey, zero people. It is what it is. I do the I do the shit. All right. I'm here, y'all. These hoes, do they really think that they move me? No. Okay, let's listen to this. See, I switch shit up.
So, what is your name? Urel. Urel. Yes. Thank you. It's Leroy backwards. My dad's name. Really? Yes. Urel, how long have you been down here in Cedar? I've been off and on down here for 18 years. Wow. And I'm 30 in September. Young age, 14 years old. So what time of your childhood? Growing up, I was actually a foster child. Starting to get the chills. My mother was a drug addict. She used to be down here. My mom she was a really bad drug addict. She tried to kill me.
Some of these people on YouTube, like, for real,
I guess I reminded her of my dad. And so she just wasn't having it. She gave me to my dad at 8 years old. At 12, I was taken into the foster system. And because my dad, there's if there was anything in the world I could take back or do over, I would have been quiet when the teacher told me to be quiet, because I wouldn't be down here. I went to school one day and me and this girl got into an argument, and I was like in what six, five, six.
Hold up, y'all.
And the girl was talking back, and I was talking, shut up, stupid, you shut up, stupid. And the teacher's like, be quiet, you guys, be quiet. You got a green card, yellow card, red card, you got to take home to your parents. And the teacher sent me outside because I told the girl, shut up, you stupid head. And she gave me a red card, sent me outside the classroom, and then they sent me home. My dad came home and said, oh, you got a red card because you don't know how to be quiet, right? And he snatched the extension cord from the back of the TV and just started wailing on me. Mm-hmm. And I got bruises here. This one here, it took a long time to heal up. That's why I got this tattoo here. Because it was a big bruise here. From the extension cord? Yeah, from the extension cord. And I went to school next day with this big bomber jacket on. It was like 100 degrees. And the teacher's like, take the jacket off. It's hot. I'm like, no, it's not hot. I'm cold and I'm sweating bullets. So I pass out. And I go to the nurse's station because I passed out, and they took the jacket off, and they seen all the bruises on me. And from there, a bunch of white people came rushing in, and the police said, it's okay, you're going with us now. And from there, it was on. I was on my own, so I always figured if I'm not around my parents, I'm grown. Yeah, it was at 12 years old? I was at 12 years old.
12.
So I went to my first foster home. Before I went to my dad's, I was already sexually active because of the fact that my uncle raped me at 8 years old. So it was like no thing for me to have sex with the foster dads and things like that, what they wanted me to do. It was Easter Sunday, and my auntie had just got done doing my hair, like little ponytails and things like that. And I was going upstairs and I could see my uncle watching me. I could see him watching me. So as I'm going into the apartment, I stopped to the kitchen and gave me something to drink first, and I grabbed my red bucket. And I go into the room as I'm trying to reach to the red bucket. Up on the counter, he grabs me like I have no GG, so he's just like grabbing, rubbing. And all of a sudden the door closes and he just climbs on top of me. He's like, "It's not just relax, just relax." I said, "My auntie wants me to come downstairs. We gotta go get those Easter eggs. We gotta find the Easter eggs." He said, "I got an Easter egg for you. Just stay right here. I'll give you all of them. Just stay right here." And it happened, and it's just the sharpest pain ever. Like it hurt me so bad I couldn't even scream. And when we finished, like my auntie was still sitting upstairs smoking a cigarette. Like nothing ever happened. Like you're not asking where your niece was. Nothing. And I remember I couldn't walk. Nothing. I couldn't. It tore me literally. You know. It's but you know, and I still see that sick fuck to this day. Oh, you still see him? Yeah, he comes down. He's a drug addict. He just says little smart shit like, "I got $100 for you. You want to come with me right now?" You know, smart shit. So, but yeah, from 12 years old up, I was having sex, and I ran away, and I ran into this guy named St. Louis, and he lived in MacArthur Park, and that's where I started off at, and I went to Figueroa and Imperial. That's where I took my first hit. Crack cocaine. And I was prostituting there. I had a pimp, and he gave me 10 rocks, and he's like, "Just bring me back $50." I'm like, "Okay." So I get in the car with a trick. I do that. I got the $50. I don't want these drugs on me because I know they're illegal. I'm like 14 then, 13, 14. So I see this crackhead, and I'm like, "Hey, you want this?" She's like, "What? All of this?" I'm like, "Yeah, just take it. I got the money." She's like, "You don't want one?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm straight." She's like, "You gotta come get some. Just smoke some with me." I'm like, "All right, fine." We go right on Figueroa and Imperial. And I hit that pipe, and my ear started ringing, my throat went numb, and I went running. Yeah, that was the first. I used to walk around.
No, I really wonder.
Like, I didn't know nothing about smoking crack. I just thought it was cool.
I wonder if, I don't know about that though, but we all can fall in a certain situation, but crack, all right, I don't know.
It got me this high that I wanted to feel, a numb feeling and a spooky feeling, but you know, a numb feeling that it was fine with me. I didn't have to worry about nothing. All I was worried about was that frog that was stuck in my.
Who does crack though? I mean, crack or cocaine. I mean, in this day and age, she was. Oh, this was a year ago. Yeah. Back then, who the hell do this shit? It's people out here really do this shit. I guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah, regular. And like I was getting high all day, every day. I still get high all day. You probably tell, but it's to the point to where I feel that first hit when I wake up, and after that I'm just smoking. But
she said what?
About 14. Yeah. I remember my mom used to have us look in the couch for little white things and spare change. And, yeah. So did you go to high school? Off and on I did. Like foster care, like off and on. I was mainly in continuation schools. But I did all of my schooling in juvenile hall, and I just really learned how to read a temperature thermometer in prison.
What?
And that's, you learn that in kindergarten. So, yeah, out here it's very rough. I've been raped over 12 times. Oh, jeez. So now, like, there's one friend of mine, he owns a self-defense class in the Little Tokyo Mall, so I go up there. He shows me a few things. The main thing is just to kick a man in the nuts. Kick him in the nuts and get it over with.
No, you look like a man.
But,
like, for real.
It's rough out here. I have no enemies out here.
Babe,
I've been down here.
this was a man.
I've been in the 3 fights.
Does she live up in the middle?
It's a lifestyle that I never wanted to live. And I never thought I would live like this, but and my cousin just got out of the feds doing 20 years, and I'm happy because I'm not the only person down here anymore. You know, he was the first person I found out that my uncle had raped me. So it's like I'm not alone anymore, and I seen him yesterday, and it made me so happy because I'm not alone down here anymore. He just got out of the feds doing 20 years. I ain't fucking with Bizarro no more. I'm not fucking with that bitch. Yes, I did.
Does that look like a man, right?
They are a monthly subscription
Hold on, y'all.
service for.
I be like, y'all let me come home. I'm gonna just change my whole life. So I get home, I'm back to, you feel me? Because this game is addicting.
All right, Tasha.
Yeah.
Tasha, where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
I'm from Compton, California.
Tell me about your family.
Well, my family, I grew up, my mother, she was on drugs, and my father was also on drugs, but my grandmother raised me along with my other siblings, two other siblings, and I grew up in Compton where we grew up with my auntie, my uncles. We're like all close, around the same age, and
you know what? I'm gonna share her story.
You know,
I'm gonna share her story.
A cool family at first.
I'm gonna share her story. What am I supposed to put in there? Come on in. It could be your daughter, I think. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And things changed as I got a little older.
What kind of stuff changed?
My attitude, the way I am, the way I became, I started gang banging first, and that led to prostitution, which, it hasn't changed since. I started prostituting.
At what age?
16. Started prostituting at age 16, and my first encounter was, I wanted to be a prostitute because I went to juvenile hall. I was a very bad kid. And I ended up going to juvenile hall. When I was in juvenile hall, I had a lot of time to do. And I ended up meeting a lot of young girls being prostitutes. So I wanted to try it because they made it look so fun. Like a lot of girls, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to, 17. They talked about how they made thousands, you know what I'm saying? And when they get caught.
Let me stop that there. I was out there and I seen these girls doing things and I was almost there. I mean, I would keep the house clean and I would cook for these girls. This is what this man had me do. Until he was like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all listen to this. Because I feel their pain. I never went through this. Grace of God, I didn't.
You reading that report, you're like, oh, this bitch is 12 years old, and she made $1,000 off one night. Oh, I'm with that. So
who fuck a 12-year-old?
I said I wanted to do it. I told myself, oh, I'm gonna be a hoe. I told myself that in juvenile hall. And I never thought it happened.
She sound like she on drugs.
Youth authorities, because I ended up getting sent to youth authorities. I ended up running into a pimp. And when I ran into a pimp, I'm not gonna say the name, but when I ran into him, he was so fine and so everything he had to say was so right and so real, because I was looking for that love. Like I was looking for my mother and my father. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take care of you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna make sure you're right. And he did that. When I, first got with him, he did that for me. He got my hair done, made me look like I never knew I had what I had, that much body I had, and a cute face, I just fresh out of YA, you know what I'm saying? Still kind of like boyish, still kind of like a tomboy. So when I met him, he put me in a dress, and I started seeing how much attention I can get. And you know, my first night, he asked me to do it for him. My first night, I made $500 in 1 hour. So I'm like, oh, I'm pretty, you know, I'm this, I'm that, and I never looked back from there. And I have a lot of respect in the streets, like so much respect where I'm like a renegade. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have a pimp. I don't have to be scared on the street because a lot of people pull up all these straight spices. A lot of girls don't get that.
Right there and there.
Get harassed.
She lying.
Or jump out and get beat up, or you know what I'm saying? Not saying that no guys ever tried me and beat me up, or you know
I'm lying.
My probably like second week in the game, I got raped by, I guess they call them
You see how she contradicted herself?
That they call or whatever. He was taking all the girls down to Figueroa.
She lying.
I think I'm one of the I don't know if I'm one of the first girls or like in my area.
I mean, you have to pick them out. You have to pick them out.
Back and he hurt my neck, but he told me if I do everything right, he wasn't gonna hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And he took my clothes, my shoes. He took my dress, my shoes.
Well, they do that. They'll put you on some, but
Rose Plains at Central. I'll never forget. He raped me though. I told him, I'm only 16. He didn't care.
All right, another
Did you know
girl.
that you can make money from YouTube without editing videos? That's right. You can use other people's videos to make.
All right, Nikki. Nikki, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Culver City.
And tell me about your family. You had both your parents growing up?
I did up until I was 9. That's when my parents split up, but they didn't divorce. My dad got a house in South Central, and my mom moved to Koreatown.
What I want y'all to understand is, once you get 18 and you're able to get your own place, your own... I mean, I'm trying to understand these girls. You got girls up on here, or women's. I'm not going to say girls. Women's. Up on here. And they blaming their whole life. For me, I don't understand that. Because if it was that fucked up, wouldn't you think you would try to get your life right? Or somebody could have fucked their head up a little bit worse than mine. I don't know. But, you know you didn't like this shit. So, why would you... All right. Because I ain't understanding this shit. I promise y'all, I've been researching all week. And I'm not understanding this. Like, what's wrong with you? It's not that hard to find love. Especially when you got kids. Oh, we got bitches on here that got kids. Don't give a fuck about their kid. It's the drug that a man, well... All right. We're going to do this one.
And you went with whom?
I initially went with my mom, and then I was 15 and my mom got pregnant, and I wasn't too happy about that. So I was doing private Catholic all-girls school, and that helped with the rebellion, I guess. Like,
Yes.
so
It often does.
my mom, as soon as she had the baby, she kind of like kicked me out and had to go to my dad's. So I guess for 2 years from then on, I was at my dad's. I got kicked out of private school, and things kind of just went down.
What kind of stuff were you doing as a teenager?
I guess it was like the weed smoking that really, like, you know, tipped everything like over. and it was the weed. I guess my dad really didn't like that either, so it was harder for me, obviously, to like, you know, hide like getting high and like,
Right.
you know, being at home.
But, I mean, were there any traumatic events in your childhood? Any abuse?
Well, my dad was really abusive towards my mom. There was a lot of domestic violence, like a lot. I'm surprised my mom, like, you know, lasted so long.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me put it back on.
But they always say it's like, I did it for you. Like,
But nothing directed at you directly?
no, not really. I think being like the only child up until I was 15, like my parents being, you know, first time parents, I think they did pretty well as far as me. Then not so much, but my parents did kind of like, you know, resort to like spanking and stuff like that. I don't agree with that kind of stuff. You know, I think there's other ways of, you know, teaching your kids how to do the right thing. But I think that's definitely one of the things that also, you know, pushed me over. You know, I remember once I had moved into my dad's. It was like a weekend, so I was like home all day, and he didn't really let me go out too much. Like at my mom's, like she was caring for my little sister, you know, when she was born. So at 15, that's when my mom used to be really strict. So when my sister was born like that, it all literally just stopped. Like you know, I came home one day the next. I'd never done that before, and like I was scared. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be consequences, and literally nothing happened. And that's kind of when I was like, okay, things are different. This is fucking weird, you know. But my dad, so I was home one weekend and I was smoking weed, but I didn't smoke weed that day. And I'd been home, and my dad was like also a raging alcoholic, so he was usually.
Y'all, wait a minute. Hold up. I'll be right back.
And
Okay, Anthony. Here I come. Here I come. Hold up. I have something to do real quick. It is what it is. Okay.
Exists for one very important reason. We believe.
Here we go. We're gonna finish up.
I'll get you or whatever. The next day, I'm not gonna lie. The next day, my pimp didn't care. He still sent me back out there. So the next day, I see him. He pulled up in his truck like this, and I start running. And then I remember a Mexican girl getting in the truck with him, and I remember her coming back cut up. I've been through so much on the streets of prostituting. It's really crazy. And I've been prostituting since I was 16. I'm 34 right now. And I've never experienced doing crack. I've never experienced doing crystal. You know, I've never did cocaine. What's up? Ecstasy? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's my choice of drug. It's ecstasy. Weed, I smoke that all day. I don't care about. But one thing, I've been strong in the streets where I'm 34 years old. I look younger than half these girls that come and, you know, do what they do. But I've been through a whole lot also in this game. This game is very, very, very crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I've been successful. Like my brother, I brought my brother to the game. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting 40 years for this.
Is what?
A pimp.
He's a pimp.
Mm-hmm. My brother, he was on the news and from Compton, where they said that he was pimping young girls and all that. And then the guy I turned out, it was three of them. One of them my cousin, and one of them was the guy I turned out to the game. You know what I mean? He ended up getting some time too. Like, I've been through a lot in this game, but it's been fun. I can't lie. You got your fun. I've been through every state you can name. You know what I mean? And getting money.
So your pimp would travel with you?
Yeah.
Or you go on your own?
I've been on my own so many times. It's crazy because I do the renegade thing a lot. You know what I mean? Because my trust issues are very high. You know what I mean? There's a lot of girls that get out here. Because I've been, like, recently, I was in a relationship where I was getting beat and hit. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying getting forced to go out there because I was going out there anyway. But, you know, he didn't know if he wanted me to hoe or if he wanted me to be a regular girl. You know what I mean? And it just got crazy from there. You know what I mean? And I ran away from him. I've been away from him for like a month. You know what I mean? I had to get away because I'm starting seeing scratches on me and bruises on me that I shouldn't even have on me. You know what I mean? And broken rib. You know what I mean? Because he want to go. He don't know if he want to be with his baby mama, me. You know what I mean? He don't know if he want me to hoe, don't hoe. You know what I mean?
But you know what? This man that's doing his interviews, don't he get these people $20 or $30 or $50 to do these interviews, and just like real life people. I'm like, what the fuck did I just? Yeah, these are real life hoes. Okay, let me pull up a pimp. Oh, girl. Oh. Okay, I'm still pulling up the girls. If y'all see this pimp, this what he got. This what
Hey, it's me, your skin.
This is what the pimp is gonna tell y'all. Like, for real. I don't know what hoe is weak, but
All right, Peanutty.
Peanutty the pimp.
Peanutty, where are you from?
this is a real pimp.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the south side of Chicago.
Detroit, Chicago. Did you say you grew up there?
Well, I grew up there. I was born and raised in Chicago on the South Side, and then I came up. I came out here to Los Angeles when I was 12.
Okay.
When I was 12.
Tell me about your family. You had both parents?
I did, but that was the reason I came to Los Angeles, because my father moved to Los Angeles the year I was born. You understand? So he had been out here, and I had lived in Chicago, so I used to visit and forth.
That would have
When I
been
was 5 years old, my
like,
story was kind of like the Boys in the Hood story, where he went to live with his dad and shit like that.
hold up, y'all.
How would you describe your childhood?
I thought my childhood was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I was broke like everybody else. My mom was a beautician. You know what I mean? She did hair out the kitchen. You know what I mean? But
What part of Chicago?
the South Side. I was on the South Side of Chicago. You know what I mean?
Not like the West Side edition.
Well, not on the West Side. I've, been out there and stuff like that. They're a little more rougher out there, where they got some rougher areas out that way. You know what I mean? But South Side it was cool. You know what I mean? My mom raised me right. I was the only child to my mother. You know what I mean? So she raised me right and was real keen on education. My mom was real keen on education. Didn't like me to play with guns. You know, instead of like if I had a gun, even a water gun or something, she'd take it and replace it with a book. You know what I mean? That's the type of mom I had. So, you know what I mean? She did what she had to do. There was times I came home, the lights was off and the heat might have been off or stuff like that, but we made the best out of it. You know what I mean? But I also grew up being that my mom was a beautician. When she did work in beauty salons, I worked around a lot of women. My mom would call me down there to sweep up. I was the one that sweep up the hair and stuff like that. But that also put me around a lot of women. You know, at a young age,